Hello, scrufftards, degenerates, freaks, geeks, and basement dwellers. Welcome back to the Warzone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Scruffy Tales. And as I was recording the other video and uploading it and what have you, the mappers updated. Mayakovsk73 and Andrew both updated their maps, and now we can see more events taking place in Sumy Oblast and more specifically down at Pokrovsk. So we're gonna make a quick update video on the situation in Sumy, Tetkino, and Pokrovsk. Right, so I obviously have to make a follow-up video because while I was recording the other one and uploaded it, Andrew and Mayakovsk73 of course updated their maps. So let's make a quick update here. As we can see here, zooming in at Kino, you got Ukrainian drone strikes at the end of... I need to shut that door. Hang on. There we go. Why edit? What the fuck was that? No clue what just happened. Something broke. Anyway. No, I'm not going to do this all over again. They are attacking down here. And that is... Okay, so Russia is applying pressure here because Ukraine has been in command of this. The Russian mill bloggers have been talking about this graveyard as this massive Ukrainian fortification, basically within Tetkino. And now the Russians are trying to sneak past it somehow. Have they pushed through it? This... We need to keep an eye on this, because this was apparently a stronghold for the Ukrainians, this area right here. And again, like I've been talking about, Ukrainian airstrikes at these buildings and this area here, having moved the airstrikes away from the factory east into town, indicating we more than likely have a Ukrainian presence in the factory. This is interesting. It does appear as if Ukraine has been pushed out of New Put. We have multiple Ukrainian drone strikes in this area. So yes, Ukraine has been pushed out of this area. So we have a rather, by the looks of it, the momentum has shifted somewhat to Russian favor. Russia's attacking here. They're, by the looks of it, pushing into Beshalivka, and they're also trying to push in heavily against this stronghold, Ukrainian stronghold. Need to keep an eye on this. And moving over to Sumy Oblast, we can see Ukraine is pushing up towards Oleksivka. I was talking about this windbreak, that Ukraine was trying to establish a presence. Now we have a Russian drone strike, so now we know Ukraine has a presence here in this windbreak. And that's that. Let's see, Mayakovsk 73. Yeah, the same things. Mayakovsk 73 has noted Russian drone strikes along this street that I have as Ukrainian on my map, so I wasn't too far off here. Yeah, here we have the Ukrainian assault into Oleksivka as well. And we also have some Russian attacks, artillery strikes against Ukrainian positions in this part of the Kursk region here. You can see here on Andrew's map. Seems as if Russia has made some pushes north of Myropilya as well. But now we're gonna move down particularly to Pokrovsk, because we have seen some updates on Russian positions north of Mirnorod. Moving back, this is the map I was reporting on just an hour or two ago, and they updated it 2 hours ago apparently while I was recording, what have you. And now we can see Russia's in control of Razine, and they're pushing in straight for Rudinsky. And you have Ukrainian drone strikes down here in this valley here, as Russia is moving into the settlements. Down here, they're moving through cover and what have you. So yeah, Russia is applying a lot of pressure here now, trying to push out to this logistical route coming in from north. You have railway, you have a highway. And if they can cut this logistical route here by pushing into Rudinsky, well, then Ukraine only has this road here, highway, this railroad, and the roads leading through Ryshyne left, and they're not that far off down in Kotlyne. And now, since they have expanded to the south of Udachne and Kotlyne, taking all of this territory, they can now position artillery over here and bombard the Ukrainian positions here that might allow them to push through Kotlyne to reach these supply lines. I mean, imagine if they follow the railroad here, or the railroad leading through here, and reach this part of town. Then they have effectively cut these supply lines as well as the supplies coming in from Ryshyne. And if Russia pushes into Rodynske, that means Ukraine needs to move supplies through Ryshyne this way and down into Pokrovsk. Then this will become the only supply line. And then they are dangerously close to Russians up at Rodynske, and you have Russians down here that are close to pushing up to Ryshyne. So the Russians, they're closing the trap around Pokrovsk and Myrnorod. Now, I was a bit cocky in my previous video, and I said that I think Ukraine might hold until 2026 before Russia pushes into Pokrovsk and Myrnorod. We'll see if I spoke too soon, depending on how effective Russia can be in pushing to Rodynske, I should say. I think this push here, if Ukraine can keep Russia away from Rodynske, then they can have an open supply line into Pokrovsk. But I am fairly certain that Russia will place a lot of artillery down here to support a push through Kotlyne, leading up to this this logistical hub right here, where all the where all these roads and railroads connect. So yeah, Russia is pushing it. I think they're going for broke here now. There's a river here that they need to cross. They need to secure territory beyond the river to get more troops across. I think they're just flooring it to gain as much territory here as possible before Ukraine shuts them down. We should also remember that this is Pokrovsk and here is Myrnorod, and just north of this location up here we have the Syrsky line, this freshly built massive Ukrainian defensive line. So if Russia pushes in here towards Rodynske, they will be seeing drones flying in from all over the place, from the defensive line, from the cities, and from other positions as well. This area around Rodynske should be a kill zone. The Russians should be entering a whirl of hurt trying to push to Rodynske. So we're gonna have to wait and see how all of that plays out. So yeah, hope you found it interesting. I hope I'll see you in the next one. Sorry for the door shenanigans in the middle of it, but it is what it is. As always, go på marsch Ukraine and give them hell.